6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right.
Shake your booty, Andrew.
Yeah.
That's how Delbert used to do it. He wasn't hardly doing his knees at all.
Shake, shake, shake.
By the way.
Shake, shake, shake.
10. Away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So, do you know which style art is presenting?
His own.
Right. I don't know if you knew what it was. There's a guy that I'm having to uke for, who he is presenting for Grandmaster certification, a new, like his personal martial arts style that he has invented. So it's like to recognize it as an actual martial art. Generally, it just means that it's another flavor. Because when you get to the core, most martial arts are the same. So it's just about what are you deciding to focus on. It's like, do you like to do more grappling? Do you like to do more joint locks? Or do you like trapping? Or do you prefer to just keep them out there and kick them a lot? Or
That's true. I was able to spot a few similarities between Jeet Kune Do and this other form of Kung Fu I talked about called Pop Man.
yeah,
What they use in this new video game I play called Seafood.
I played it.
It gets really hard at first until you really get down to combat
It's
systems.
basically about pattern memorization as far as enemy AI.
Are you finished up on the boss fight?
No.
What?
I have to be careful with those kinds of games because they can make me really mad sometimes. because you know how that's constructed, you basically have to try to run entire levels without taking damage. And in order to not just die of old age before you get to level 3.
Yeah.
What I've always hated about the game depiction of Bruce Lee is they always have him just hopping around.
Yeah, they never have him be still.
Right.
Well, they're using the movie footage because and to be fair, that's all they got, really, as far as a clear picture. But like, it would be interesting to get somebody who knows Jeet Kune Do to try to put something in there.
And they always put him in a silly tracksuit.
Yep, because it's yellow.
Right.
It's
Shows
bright.
up.
Right. Yeah.
It's scary. It's got stripes like a bee.
Sting like a bee.
Yes.
I almost bet my pickup truck was from yellow with a big with black stripes and then with a big black footprint on the hood.
Why not?
Because I didn't want to invite people to kick my truck.
Oh. Well, you could just not do the foot. I like those things where like people can't afford to get the dent in their car fixed, and so they'll put decals there to.
I got one on that one.
Yeah.
I got Wile E. Coyote on the
Yeah.
door. Drop your belly. Drop your belly and raise your butt. John, don't touch. Don't say it.
No, I was
There's miners watching.
Who?
People who work in the mines.
Oh,
Crypto miners.
that kind of thing.
So, crypto miners. That's a computer.
You're confusing miners and miners.
Yes.
Yeah, it reminds me of the Galaxy Quest.
Yes. That's what the whole beginning setup for Pirates of Penzance is about. A linguistic misunderstanding. The parents said to the nanny, take him out be apprenticed to a pilot, meaning somebody who drives a ship. She heard pirate because it's pronounced the same way, a pirate. And so she said she found some pirates and said he's going to be your apprentice.
Okay, you need to strike.
The only thing that's completely unfeasible about that is the idea that he's gone that whole time with pirates and has never seen a woman.
And we're probably
It's like pirates see lots of women.
depends on how long you're at sea.
Well, yeah, but you're not at sea for like he grew up on the pirate ship, like from 12 to 20.
You're at sea for, and pirates did not bring women on their boats.
No.
But they have their fun with them when they're on shore leave.
Yeah, I'm saying you go to Port Royal, actually, not Tortuga. So Port Royal was the Tortuga, actually. That was the place of debauchery.
In Pirates of the Caribbean.
No, in real life.
Oh.
It's like
Because I know both those places because of Pirates of the
right.
Caribbean.
Yeah, Port Royal was the place of debauchery at night.
Debauching.
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 Stop.
There's that.
It's weird that we kept debauchery, but not any of the other verb forms. It's like we don't say that we debauch anything anymore.
Right. Very few people say stuff like underwhelmed
Yeah,
or unwhelmed.
they only say underwhelming if you're talking about like movies.
Right.
That's why it's like I kind of want to. It's like a drinking game. If you're reading about a movie where the name of the character is the title, that whoever's writing about it cannot resist using the word eponymous, which means
Reading time.
yeah. They said yeah the eponymous character or the titular character. You can't help it. That's like the only places in the entire English language where we use those words.
I've never said the word underwhelming. Overwhelming, yeah, not underwhelming.
You never seen a horror movie that didn't scare you? That's underwhelming.
That's underwhelming.
I never used the word.
Right. I mean, that's when you would.
Oh,
It's like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
A bad.
And I was really looking forward to that. And,
Yeah.
That was underwhelming.
yeah.
You can tell when they're cheaply made.
Yeah.
Like The Happening.
Or
But
American
I
Ninja.
actually enjoyed that.
most people were put down. They were disappointed by the fact that it was plants.
Or perhaps the American Ninja.
American Ninja series sucked.
You don't plug in a rocket launcher and use it. I'm like,
Right.
what the hell is this?
That whole series was.
The fighting was fun to watch, but everything else was, this is cheese.
Right.
Basically trying to be Fast and Furious. And
Pretty
Martial.
much, yeah.
Well, it predates Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
80s style.
Okay. So.
So,
Sure.
Andrew's teaching,
Oh,
and
okay.
you're making sure he's teaching.
Okay.
You can do things for him.
Okay.
Gotta keep doing practice somehow.
Yeah.
All right.
And I got to be ready for you and me training.
Yeah.
So you'll need your stuff. Your pen.
Pads.
Thought we were doing finger breaks.
Okay. I'm going to go through all these touch combinations.
You can do that because no one in here has PTSD. Yeah.
Not yet.
Okay.
How are you feeling about your 25s? There, Levi?
I remember a lot of them. Like, still feeling a little a lot better about them now.
What do you have to do on this test that was different from the last?
It goes.
Had 17, right?
What they doing fine.
No, no, I'm saying for the perk chest, the purple sash, when you did that, how many of the 25 did you have to do? So it's on the opposite side.
Oh.
It's like just
So
kind
what he already did was how many? Towards the bottom.
Basic counter techniques 1 through 25, natural stance.
so you already did.
Yeah, already did
It's
all
also the same
25?
thing.
Yep.
Okay, what does he have to do now for a strike?
Uh,
Do you have to do any advanced?
nope, same thing.
Okay.
It's a silver where it's advanced.
So what does he have to do now? What's added?
The elbows and the leg traps.
Yeah, elbows and leg
Oh,
traps.
elbows and leg traps, yeah. That's what's added.
Does the abilities change?
Uh,
Yes.
it should change.
It was 1 through 4 before, and now it's 1 through 8.
Okay,
So abilities, elbows, leg
Work
traps.
work on what he hasn't done.
okay.
So
Hung up with that plug.
I didn't see which way his hands were facing. I thought you were doing grease.
The what? That's what it's called.
But he was hitting going like this, and I thought
That's not in Greece, that's in Pulp Fiction.
they did it in grease too.
He did not.
You ever done the all leg lead traps yet?
He did all his 50s dances.
Isn't that
They
like-
should run like
Egyptian
right after I
or
tested.
something like that?
That was from the 60s.
Yeah.
Oh, was that?
Yeah, I did the leg traps with Sharon like right after I tested.
Break holds.
I only like 2 break holds left. Yeah, that's the big one. Like Memphis 3. So
There's 3 of them, yeah. There's 2 on the last one. 3 break holds. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Second more on those.
Okay.
How you gonna get out of it?
That's
Break hold, you could go ahead and use a bougie, you could use a punch, you could get a roll, go for soft targets. Yeah, throat, the eyes.
main thing is that you really weren't in range to hurt me.
Okay.
Gotta go for it. Yeah.
Alright. That's one.
Remember, Levi, use your length, use your arms. You don't, and don't strike just square body straight. Turn your body, you'll get 3 or 4 more inches out of your strike.
Okay.
Alright, one more.
Don't worry about that, hit it.
There we go.
There you go.
But then what? Do that again. So,
Just hit it, hit him in the groin.
There you go.
Groin.
okay.
Alright. Three grappling techniques with combat applications.
What do you think, Andrew?
What's that?
What do you think? What do you want to show me? 3 grappling techniques with combat applications.
Yeah.
So Michael's gonna attack you.
Okay.
He's gonna stand there. So you gotta grapple.
What's that?
You gotta grapple. You're showing grappling techniques.
Oh, yeah.
on this side.
Yeah, he needs to see what you did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Do that again.
Like that.
So we did number 2.
That's one.
Now, rather than putting your hand here, grab your own arm. When
Grab
you're
my
doing
own
that, don't lay it up here because that's too easy to break.
Okay.
Grab your own arm.
Okay.
So try it again. Grab your own arm. There, right there. You see how much more power you've got in that?
Oh, yes.
And you can either snap his arm or you can lay it down on his back. We start down with it, okay. So we did it. So we did a number 4,
Number 4, yeah. That's number 4 I did.
and then a rear leg swing.
That's what I did on one like that.
Yeah.
And then one, ta! Like that. Number 4.
You got 2 of them. How many does it need?
One more.
Come at it with your left hand.
Ta!
So there you got a 13.
Now we do something else. I don't know what to say.
That was actually not a bad idea.
Ta! So like this.
Make sure you trip him over your leg.
Ta! That was something different I came up with.
So the first one you did a number 2 and then put him in a figure 4.
Yep.
Second one you did a number 4 and then a rear
Leg
sweep.
sweep.
And then the third one you did a number 13
There.
with a
Cross sweep.
yeah, with a cross sweep.
Yeah.
There you go.
We got not bad, Levi. That's pretty good.
So again, or next.
Andrew, are you satisfied with what he's doing or you want him to do it again?
Do it one more time. Let me get a better look at it. Okay. But that's good. I like that one. Okay. Move on to the
Now,
next
one thing though, Levi, use your height. So don't bend your knees. Keep your legs fairly straight and bend at your waist.
One thing that I was just, it's hard to see, but it's something that I was feeling, is there wasn't a lot of underneath pressure from raising the elbow up. So, which way to do. So when you get under
Look at it. You have the move on, right? That's one
Yeah.
thing I was looking at.
yeah, what you want to do
Yeah.
is see how solid and together this feels. Yeah, and then I'm actually lifting this up while I push this down. Okay. Yeah, and what I was kind of feeling was it was out here a little bit more like this, and then it wasn't a lot of underneath pressure. Like it was still getting it done, but you can see how I have to do more work. Getting this up higher on the arm here creates a tighter wedge.
Also, somebody your size, don't let go of this. See that? And I'm not going like this. See how much energy this is? I'm not doing anything with this, right? I'm doing everything like that.
Yeah, you have to get it going before, and then come down after it in order to reinforce it.
That's getting too hard on your arm.
It is just sensitive.
No, nobody wants to hurt anybody.
No. There you go.
There you go.
That one was much better.
Now, one other thing I want to show you on this one. Let me go under your head. Now, go ahead and let it roll, because I don't want to force you. Okay, you can pull the arm out like this, feel how much more pressure that puts on your shoulder than that does. Now, there's a lot more pressure on your arm. You feel that? The difference?
Basically what you're doing is you're pulling the arm out a little further. Is that
Right.
what you were doing?
Right.
Kind of going like that?
So
Oh,
here
yeah.
you got a pretty good lock.
Yeah.
But if I pull your arm out like this,
Oh, wow. Oh, oh, yeah, I can feel that in the back.
Right.
That's
It's
the
just-
the shoulder.
It's a
Yeah.
simple anatomical change. The first one is doing this, which allows the energy to transfer into the shoulder and the spine.
Right, it hurts.
Whereas this attacks the rotator cuff with no help.
That hurts a lot more.
It's no help from the spine or the shoulder because the shoulder just rotating alone. So the first one is good for making somebody fall on their ass because it'll just go thunk like that. It won't hurt them at all. It's like what you did with me was you got it kind of like this, and then I just went thunk back like this. If you get it out here, they won't fall. You'll just destroy their shoulder.
Yeah, you tear their arm out.
Rotator cuff, that's what it's like through.
Rotator cuff covers the arm.
It holds it in place.
It's
And
like
so
it's,
you're gonna take it and go.
yeah,
like
it comes up here and attaches. It covers all that.
Oh, okay, I thought it was something that went across there. Okay, all right,
Yeah, basically, it covers the ball like this.
okay.
And so what you're doing is going rip like this
Tearing it.
and just tearing that all off, and then it'll just be flopping around.
Okay.
Well,
Which I don't have one in this arm anymore.
and that will also dislocate it, correct? Yes.
Yeah.
That ball and socket now becomes a twisted off chicken.
Yep, and it's not going to go back in very well.
Your shoulder will never be the same after
Well,
that.
not. So it depends on how serious your fight is what your intention on this one is.
It's not like for death, then yeah, you would definitely pull it out of the socket, especially if he's got a knife.
And both of these, like, I would say a figure 4 is not one that you aim at necessarily, just because it ties up both of your arms in order to get it done. It's something that happens because you see it and there's not a lot of other options. So it happens because I'm in tight and it's like, I'm like this, figure 4, and then I go for it. But it's not something where you go, I want to go do a figure 4 on you, and then I aim at it because it's a little too complicated. And if you don't execute it quickly, whatever you decide to do, it's like, you can see here, if I hit you in this and then don't really commit, you can hurt me pretty bad. You can do stomping, you can throw me, you can punch me with your other hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can punch me in the ribs, punch my head, yeah, all kinds of stuff.
His legs sweep
So,
too.
yeah, it means that when I get this, I have to throw you down or destroy your shoulder fast. Okay. So, is that good or next one?
We'll go on to the next one.
Okay.
Oh, next one.
There you go.
Was that a good execution on the right sweep?
Is it pretty good?
Because I knew,
Good.
because
I
I
mean,
knew,
you did, I did land on your foot.
Well, I guess, yeah.
yeah, because like, I know whenever I first started doing that, I had some problems with
You
it.
almost had, except for.
Well,
I know.
Yeah.
Andrew, switch places, go to the other side of it.
Oh,
Just so that they can see.
Just so the people at home can see.
So. That's better.
that was good. You didn't land on your foot that time.
Nope.
That was a well-executed leg sweep right there.
I think what happened is the first one, you pulled it around a lot more. If you do that, you have to pull the back leg around too.
Now, one thing, if you're doing that, I watched your punching cam, just do it when you're just doing the throw. So make sure when you hit, grab a hold of something. Grab his hair, whatever, grab his shirt or whatever, and then do the throw.
Yeah.
Make sure you're utilizing your punching cam. See, it's down here.
Okay,
It's down there not doing anything.
okay. There you go. There you go.
You can expedite his throw by grabbing his hair, his ear, his shoulder. You can expedite the throw this way.
Could you also get the forehead? That one or two. Just
Yep.
bring it up.
Well, it's very disorienting if somebody just puts their
Oh, yeah,
hand right there
pretty
and then it's gonna do something to you.
Get you with the left hand.
Well, it doesn't even have to be a technique. It's just as I'm doing it, I do that.
Be a basic
And
hand motion like
just-
this,
I cover your face
like that.
and, that doesn't feel good and then I'm throwing you anyway, so now you can't see.
So you hit the guy, with your number 4, boom, and just grab his face. Yeah, Don't throw away your weapons, no matter how insignificant it seems. It's not.
The other reason, and I just saw it right there, it was a potential. You got to beware of them flailing their arms as they fall and accidentally hitting you.
Right.
It's like, we're that. I saw there what could happen. Well, like when, yeah, it's anyway, both. But yeah, as you're falling, it's like you have the opportunity to do things like that. So that's why it's also good to be doing things with your hands, because if that arm flail happens, it'll hit your forearm instead of knocking you out or poking you in the eye real hard or something.
Right.
Plenty of people in UFC where it's been a double knockout. They both hit each other and pass out. Yeah.
You know anything about samurai culture or history?
Not entirely. I mean, I've seen Last Samurai, but that doesn't qualify.
Last Samurai.
That doesn't qualify me to
One of the things the samurai duels would do, usually, well, not usually, more than half the time, we would kill both of them on a draw.
Because they were both going like that. The swords never touched each other. They just both, because of the angle that it goes, just shooting like that. And then so both of us died. So that happened a lot, is they just both and then just both fall down.
Just cut each other open.
Yep.
You know, I cut his head off, but he cut my guts open. You know.
Yeah.
He's going to die an easier death than me.
Yeah.
Cut the guts open. That's more painful.
Well, and it lasts for 4 hours.
Right.
Yeah, it does.
Just like an erection.
And then you go to the hospital.
Let's go on that one. Yeah, we'll have to get a shot.
Like a hammer to it.
Down, boy.
No, 'cause that's not what's going on. Your shut-off valve is broken. Okay, next one.
And he's going to throw a left punch at you.
Yep. That's what you want.
Yeah, I forgot what that other.
It was just bring
There's
it
just a
across
light sweep there.
and bring this hinge across.
Here, we're gonna cross. There you go. We're
And
gonna
then kick that. Kick that.
Kick that. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, don't run his head into that. I'm up to him.
It's almost staying right here.
Nope, it's
It's
you're
from
sending
behind.
me that way.
It's from behind.
So you want to trick me?
We'll go behind like that, like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Right. Didn't quite get it.
I think it's just you're too far away.
That's what it looks like. Your distance was too far off. You need to be a little more closer in. Go.
You gotta get, yeah, real
Right,
close.
right up in there. I'm right hip to hip with him. Got it.
Again, you can grab his head. You don't have to grab across the shoulder.
Right. Do that.
Get closer. Get closer.
I see it.
Get much closer, like you're enjoying.
Yeah, you want to feel how this feels. So I'm here. See how you're starting to go already? Yeah. Because I'm in like this. What yours feels like is this, and then peak. So by getting super close together, you can control my whole center of gravity.
Come this way a little bit.
Yep.
Keep it right
And cross.
there.
Trying to kick out.
Yep, the kick out is just the finisher. You
Yeah.
should be able to make them go without it. The kick out just makes it worse.
So you remember the first thing you're doing is hitting him in the face. So you're rocking his brain. But you don't have forever to do the throw, the grapple.
There you go. That's good.
Now again, I'm going to reach up with my hand over his eyes and pull him down like that. Personally.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, your feet are very close together and you kind of like that.
That's what I saw. They are close
Get-
together.
Get wide. There you go. Yep,
That's
the
good.
wide. The wide stance
Yeah.
will keep them from taking you with.
What are you going to do after that?
Watch him in the face, kick him to the groin.
Take off running.
You'd have to with how litigious society is now.
Well, you don't know if he's going to start firing a gun at you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
All right, what next? Aerials.
The Little Mermaid, she's next.
AER.
You know, with your 1 through 25s,
Doing the
pretty familiar with those. for the
Chinese
most part?
butterfly. Breakfast.
Okay, the Fugees you are not too familiar with. Are you?
The first one.
He hasn't learned the next four.
Oh, okay, all right. So it's hot drink you need to work on. Okay. Let's go ahead and do those. 5 to 1. Okay, that
Is my soda job holding up?
number 5 is lead strike to outside of opponent's lead hand,
Lead hand.
elbow, lead boot.
Do you have a leather needle?
Upholstery needle.
At least a little bigger one.
It's curved.
Yeah, that helps.
That vinyl with these is pretty tough stuff. Isn't it?
I'm going to show you this. Get that. Lead strike. Lead strike the opponent's hand.
Trap. And
Yeah.
basically, it's just number 5.
Okay,
Rather than blocking it, your back fisting it.
let's go like this. Ha! See how it is? Be careful with this hand. Oh, hit it real hard, just go like that.
An easy way to work on it is just open hand slap.
Go like that.
Like
Oh,
if your
like
hands,
that.
if your hands are out, then it's just
Okay,
yeah.
how we do that?
Yeah,
It's like that.
that's a good way to practice the snap without hurting anybody.
Well, pretty like just doing this slap. Okay. Looking good so far. Okay. All right, number 6. Attacker and non-dominant stance. Block combination would be click jab. Oh, it's supposed to be good. So I'm doing that.
Hot block flip in.
Yeah.
Flick ability. Yeah.
Click. Okay.
Philosophical question. Which do you prefer? This flick or this flick? It's like this one would be like it's good because you're gonna get something. With this, since it's so vertical. But this one might have more pop on it.
Depends on the situation. If I'm shooting blind, I'm going to work
Yeah.
with a thicker, a wider weapon. If I've got my eyes on it, I'm going to go more.
More
Yeah,
break
basically, if
motion.
it's a little bit crazy, turn it and just try to get something.
Because that's why I chose to get bobs, because they've got eyes.
Yeah.
And you've got to practice. You got to practice these things.
Yeah.
And I don't want anybody to hit in the eyes, but that's why we've got bobs. So that
Yeah.
you can practice hitting bob in the eyes.
Yeah, just to do, it's just the difference between that, which you're gonna get something like that, but this is going to hurt a bit more. You got a little bit more whip on it. Okay,
All right, next one.
And those Vietnam movies, you see them do a Bill South
Yeah.
and go right, scratches them under their eyes.
Okay.
Which means he missed. But
yeah, what?
Which one now?
Donnie Yen?
Oh, Yip Man. I thought you said Hit Man.
Vietnam.
No,
Okay, lead Bucci is blocked by opponent's lead on south small circle as it is on Bucci. Okay, so it's going like this.
Yep.
So it's going like this. So I'm doing that. Go like that. Try to stay connected with them. Okay? There you go.
Now make sure you're throwing the doji at this. The
Yeah,
first
throw
one.
it back.
It's like it should be, so you throw it, you should hit it.
Yeah,
But
yeah, we should hit
if I don't block it,
that.
this little thing there. Yeah, don't want to get that caught. So yeah, that's what's going on, except, there you go.
There you go.
When you're practicing a combination like this, always be trying to hit on the first one, even though they're supposed to block it, because we don't want to be going for that.
You have to step on in and do it.
Yeah.
More likely you will have to step in because you're not going to be able to hit them just in a regular stance.
Yeah.
Okay. UG blocked by opponent's sleep. On sound really UG. Okay. Okay. Lead UG blocked by opponent's lead on sound. Rear UG under block.
Do a bit, do it the other hand. Do a bit, do it three hand.
Okay, all right. Okay, we got to see what's going on. So block it, and you're going to take your rear and go in like that. So I'm using my hips there. Throw the UGs there.
Just a little thing, right now, it's just an energy thing. This is very subtle. So do that again. I'm gonna show you what's gonna happen if you move your shoulders the way that you do. So do that again. Okay. You're giving away what you're about to do. Instead, so I'm gonna throw that doji and then you walk it the way you want. See, I'm not going 1-2. I'm going that is you move me this way and I slip in the gap. So quick like that rather than that. It'll just be a little bit faster and it'll get through quicker. Yes.
That was nice.
Yes. See how it just goes and the block just lays there. Yes.
We got those down.
Your supplements helping your knees still?
No leg traps.
Yes.
Well, yeah. For the most part.
Yeah,
I only
finally,
did
yeah.
it once.
Good.
Once. Those were just once, but sure. I see you kind of they should run with them, sit on it.
I just didn't know if maybe sometimes it was like depression meds where it helps for a bit and then your body decides it doesn't want to do it anymore.
Well, sometimes I still have,
Flare-ups.
flare.
Do those come from like where it's like, because arthritis is like, like those little pokey things they got. Is a flare up come because one of them like broke off or something?
No, that's not what arthritis is. You're talking about bone
Push.
Okay.
We'll go one of those.
Arthritis is nothing inflammation.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna do all the leg
What I'm dealing
traps.
with is bone on bone, knees,
Yeah.
and then the inflammation that goes along with that. That's
Yeah.
what really makes it all hurt.
Right.
All the leg traps.
Okay.
First one is that. Hyperextended knee.
Now, the first one is just touching.
Oh, touching, yeah, that's right.
It's just keeping him from kicking you.
Touching.
The second one is that.
Second
And
one
the second one
is
is where you're hyperextending the knee, you're pushing in. The third one is where you wrap around.
and step, change your footwork.
Huh.
No, change your footwork.
Oh,
to where you're around him.
Like that.
Now, step with your left foot around.
Okay, like this.
Now,
Yeah.
and then you punch him in the back.
Ha!
And then number 4,
Leg sweep.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, I want you both to kind of work on number 3 a little bit. And I know it's difficult with your knee,
Yeah,
so I want you to be careful.
yes.
Professor Bill he doesn't do these anymore.
Just
He
people,
doesn't do this one
people are hurting themselves.
because, yeah, he's fat students.
Yeah.
I mean, you.
Yeah.
We're tweaking their own knees out of alignment, screwing themselves up. But it's not just this. That won't do anything.
And that's more likely to throw you off.
Right.
Wrap it all the way around.
And change your footwork and hit it in the process.
In reality, the other way to think about it is we go like this, and then the action of changing the footwork is what causes
Yes.
this. So you're not going like that. You just bend to the side and then switch this way, and that's gonna take care of it.
Right. The action, he's right.
That.
Yes, that right
And
there.
then change. the
Now,
footwork.
keep this locked here. Change your footwork.
Good step on there.
That's
It's actually more effective because it keeps us from being tied up.
Do that with him on his left knee so that he knows what he does. Not his right, but his left. Here.
Yep.
And then I go to the side, and then
Oh,
Feel that?
yeah, I did.
it turns you away, and then sends me up for.
It's the change of the footwork that pushes you out.
Yes.
So I go in, and then I go. Yeah. Rather than that, it's here and that.
Now, I try to avoid hitting anybody in the back of the head.
Yeah.
So if I'm doing this, I'm going to target right here or the kidneys. And it's going to be a left hand. Bam! You can even, because you're there, you can do an elbow.
Yeah.
You can do an elbow thrust.
And then kick. Boot it
So-
in the process.
So this one, just make sure you're doing it right and you know what you're doing on this one. This one is meant to screw people's knees up.
Yes, it is.
So just prevent yourself from screwing your own knee.
Yes.
What?
Okay.
You.
Yep.
Change your footwork all the way around.
Work all the
Step,
way
step
around.
a little bit further. Step up. See how you,
Rather than matching like this, force this into the correct position. That makes me go that way.
right. Right, so you're keeping, you step to the side, right, you keep this here, all right? I'm not doing this. I'm gonna move.
It forces you
Feel
that way.
how, what happened whenever I move. So you, so you're using this as your,
He's bringing his left foot all the way around.
get behind him so that you can hit him.
The main thing about this is that we're doing this while we're attacking.
Right.
And so
These leg maneuvers here, we're putting them all, you know,
I'm jacking up your footwork constantly so that you can't get a firm base. Even if you do try to throw a strike, you're on one foot, it's not gonna hurt.
or not as much.
Well, I mean, just like if you are like this and hit me in the ribs, it's not gonna, who cares? To hurt, you need that good rotation. So by doing these kinds of footwork steps and messing up their footwork, it means they can't do very good technique.
Now, again, this is the difference between a Kempo guy and a Wing Chun guy.
Wing Chun guy is used to doing that.
It's a flow,
Mm-hmm.
and you gotta keep these bent.
Yeah. It's more akin to like an Aikido Jiu-Jitsu person is familiar with doing stuff with doing those twists.
And then number 4,
It's the leg sweep.
now, use your big muscles. Use your big thigh muscles. This is not a Karate Kid sweep the leg turn. This is a turn, use your heavy muscles. And then kick them out the legs.
Yep. So you would probably do this after you got in, if I got in a good hit right there. Because now I feel safe to wang this and slightly turn away from you. A little trick that I learned is like, part of what helps with this is touching like this. Because if you're out here like this, now that sweep has to kick a little bit and they'll resist.
Right.
So what I do for coming in on these is I actually swing the foot a little bit in an arc like this. And then what I do is I come in like this. So that way I don't run the risk of slamming my shin into yours, because I'm going this way. That way I've got it good and tight, but I'm not running the risk of going bam like this and hurting both of us.
Clacking your shin bones together.
So here, now I'm in tight. I've got you. I can do this, and I don't have to worry. I don't have to worry about maybe hurting myself doing that. So just a little swing like that will get you right in position.
Now, each of these could be used standing alone. You
Yeah.
can use each of these independently.
Good.
Closer. There you
Close.
go.
There you go. You're close.
There you go.
Yeah.
Be more aggressive. Use
Yeah,
your thigh muscles.
Use the big muscles. Okay.
Yes.
That's better.
Yep.
All right. Got the idea of how it works.
Yeah.
The idea is to pull their leg out, then turn around and back fist or punch or whichever you want to
Kick
do,
the knees.
or kick the knee.
If you can get them out like this,
Yeah.
kick that.
Get the inside of their
Because
knee
then they
there.
go like this, and that's gonna jack up their hips like crazy.
They're done then.
Yeah.
That's
If you
how
can
like
kick
trap
that,
work.
and then that's the perfect time for a nice little heel kick across the head. You're just trying to-
Right.
That's another thing to consider. Be careful, like that strike to the face after grappling techniques is a good idea, but kicking is also a good idea. Make sure that, because like sometimes, especially if you have to go a little further, you do not want to be doing this for that punching technique, because if they grab you, now they can just pull you down. So for something like that where they're really low, it's best not to get all the way down to their level. It's best to just kick and go off. And also, remember that the face isn't the only target when you're throwing somebody down. And like, if it's good to hold on to them, like you throw them down, and now you've got their wrist. It's like, break that elbow, kick that elbow, kick the face instead of doing that. So there's you can take that elbow and then mash it into this neck. All right, what else?
I saw a real cool move in the movie that I tried on Sandy once.
Yeah.
When he was down, I kept his arm,
Yeah.
and I wrapped my leg around his arm, which I was going to rebound.
Yeah.
And he let me wrap, and then he tightened up and pulled me right down.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, he got me good on that one.
Yeah, you learned. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
That's a bad move. That's a choreography. That is not a fighting technique. Yeah. It was just like when I was done with taekwondo, but didn't know what else to do. I was like, well, I'll like try looking at like every martial art and seeing like stuff that I can find about it. Whenever I was going, you can look up just martial arts, and they have a list of hundreds. And I saw like, because it's not just Asian stuff. It's
Yeah, there's African martial
Yeah.
arts. There's
And
Italian
so-
martial arts.
There's one I was kind of intrigued because I do. It said Samoan.
Yep.
So, and it said, okay, it was his defense against machete type knife, big machete type knife. So they're gonna try to swing the guy to the ha, you get you. So it's ha, so here, and then I hit, and then I grab you underneath, and then I go ha, and drop you on my knee, and then I put you, you're dead.
Back where
That's
you're-
like, well, it works if you're a Samoan.
Yeah.
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 They're having 50 pounds.
Yeah. So, but it's like, does not work if you're not. So it's like, good for you guys, but I ain't doing it. That's like,
Like
Yeah,
I
it
work too well for me.
well, right. Yeah, that's what I meant. It's like this 350-pound 6'4" guys. It's like you're, yeah, they can pick somebody up and rock them like Bane did to Batman. But
Another martial art that's kind of interesting to me is Silat.
No.
Silat?
Silat, yeah.
Alright.
After watching the movie Raid, I was like, man, what kind of style does this guy know? I was like, wow, Silat. Yeah, it's pretty good.
One of the JKD guys, Burton Richardson, is a Silat master also. He was in Hawaii.
it's a lot of kicking, isn't it?
That's Silat.
Okay.
French.
Yeah.
Silat is the Chinese.
Okay.
I thought it was Malaysian.
Same time.
That area over there,
Southeast
not
Asia.
French.
And in the Raid, the guy Iko Uwais, like who like studied Silat since he was little, like he's Indonesian.
Yep. You'll see some similarity with Thai boxing also.
Yeah.
It's well, it all comes from the same region.
Yeah.
Thailand's right there too.
Yeah, I thought that too. Like it kind of looks a little bit kind of like a lot of the roundhouse kicks from Thai boxing.
And they do an awful lot of body hardening.
Yep.
Iron body training, so that they can take a hit.
I always found that similar to the Kyokushin karate style, like a similarity between them, like Muay Thai and Kyokushin karate.
Right.
Because like they call that the hard style. Like,
Hard stuff, yeah. For instance, Andrew, you'd take a bamboo stick and smack yourself with it.
Oh, okay.
Your arms,
Just
your shins.
Until you're
kneecaps.
incapable of feeling
Exfoliates.
pain in your forearms, and that's a bone.
Yeah, you'll start light,
yeah,
and then you'll be going whack, whack.
beat the hell out of yourself.
Stephen Thompson
Hideo
did that
Choki,
one time actually.
Hideo Choki, Japanese martial artist, used to take a sledgehammer and smash his hand with it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, when all you plan on doing with your life is punching things,
Right.
you don't care about doing anything else with your hands,
Right.
then whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, he'll be trapped like this forever when he's old. It's like, I cannot bend my fingers at all.
Yeah.
I'm stuck like this.
Some of those hard body trainers, it's not good for you.
Well, no. It's like
No.
if your body can't function normally anymore,
Right.
except for punching
For,
things.
to do something like that for the single purpose of hitting with an open hand.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, might as well chop your fingers off and just hit with that.
So you still need your fingers.
it's like
There's
Tom
still
Poe on,
masturbation.
like Tom Poe on
No,
Kickboxer,
just for one thing, you don't care
where
about
he's kicking
press.
the concrete pillar.
Right.
So you're saying those poor guys have to
Those
make a
hard
fire?
body training.
There's something that I kind of found interesting about, like Iko Uwais' movies, and for instance, The Raid. I noticed like whenever he was doing like one of his finishing combos, it was like mixed with that or something like kind of Silat fancy or something like that.
Now remember, when you're looking at movies, it's all choreographed. Yeah.
Designed to be pretty.
But also at the beginning of the movie, he was performing that on like a punching bag.
Since I drive fancy.
Right.
But it was just like, I don't know if it was fancy or not, like I don't know what to call it, but it was like, I'm really interested by that. Like it was so fast, like it looked like that needed a lot of practice to actually pull off.
Combining speed and power is a lot harder than you think.
Some people
I know
focus
a
too much
ton
on
of
speed.
people that are fast and stuff, and they can pepper you, but they can not do you a lot of damage, right? You still don't want to get a finger in an eye.
As long as you keep the soft target safe, then
Right.
you're basically.
And then I know people who are just devastating, powerful, but they're slow. You can avoid everything with their throat because you can see it coming. It's really
Takes
hard
effect.
to get both. So that does take training to get both. Strength and speed.
And focusing too much on one or the other has its drawback.
Right. When I see any of you guys go, "Wah!" and stay there, what are you doing? Auditioning for a damn movie? Come on.
It's posing.
Boom! Get back, ready to go.
Even boxers on a knockout punch don't lock up. Like
No, they get
they follow through. They blast through it, and because that's how they got the power.
Right.
It's from the blast through. That's like some people, like if all they did was train to bunt really good,
Right.
but they never never actually went through.
Now, a lot of those elbow strikes you're showing is exposing, you're hitting with different parts of your arms. So that needs to be trained. It needs to be hardened. Otherwise, you're going to hurt yourself.
There's probably some more sort of squat. Like I just have to like get play it slowly. Like
And when you limit yourself to doing just one thing, then it's easy to see it in a fight. A fight shouldn't last really more than 4 or 5 seconds. So, from a Judo standpoint, what we try to do is launch an attack effective enough to knock this guy out, or at least to get him to give up within a few seconds. If he backs up, if your attack was flawed, if he's very fast, if he can block you, then you're going to have to reevaluate.
Quickly.
Are you going to continue your attack? That would be kind of foolish. So you need to reevaluate. You need to wait and see what he's going to do. So when he launches his attack, we'll launch your attack, just as a matter of a shadow. It's real hard to do those things. This is, step out here, Mike. This is not easy. Attack. Okay. Did you see what I did? He moved, and I stepped. All I did was a simple move. Right? But it was a combination. Block, strike. Bill stop. That's not going to be my only thing.
No.
That was just my opening volley. All right. But he just said he's going to kick my ass. So I was like, really? You're going to kick my ass? And now he's fast and he's backing up. And I'm like, oh shit. Now I've got to reevaluate.
Yes.
So I'm not going to do.
No. Because that's a bad idea.
I'm not going to alter my steps. I'm not going to do something.
so that looks like that.
Right. I'm going to maintain my JKD.
That's the only part of testing we didn't take.
Right. I'm going to maintain my JKD posture. I'm going to remain relaxed. I'm going to look for an opening. And I'm going to go. Should be fast. Okay, reevaluate the second time.
Gun. Oh, okay. I thought you were holding a gun. Throw your wallet.
On the Chun-Li one.
Right.
Oh, Chun-Li, yeah, powder. Yeah.
Yeah.
So defending yourself is all about timing. Now, he moves, you move before him.
Yeah.
Lead him to the punch.
Well, I did know that's what I would do.
He comes at you, bang! My first, on that one, I went high, and then low. I kept it high, hit him in the belly. But he knew I was going to go for it. And then I came back up high again.
Yeah.
And it snapped it. And you can't be afraid to hurt somebody. They're trying to hurt you. You know, he says he's going to kick 5 minutes.
As long as he wants to hurt you.
Yeah.
See that one?
Or somebody walks up to you and goes,
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
you're going to get hit.
Do that chest time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's called somebody who's faking at you. Faking somebody, you're going to get hit.
You know, if you don't want to hit him in the throat or the eyes, that's fine. Do that again.
Yeah.
Blasters over pluses.
Right in there.
That's a little hot.
Oh,
You want to be below.
You want to be right there at the top of the
oh. Yeah.
Otherwise you'll run into the sternum.
You want to be
Sternum
right for
curves
that,
down.
right at the end of the start.
Right in there. Ooh. Ah.
Put it in.
Not bad that would hurt you to hit there. Just think about
So when somebody's doing something like that to you, and you know you're in a fight, do that again. the last thing you want to do is do this. Because now you're giving them another opportunity.
Yeah.
Right? They chest up to you.
Whenever the opponent moves first, they're the aggressor.
Right. Anybody that's filming this, you traffic cam sees
They'll
this.
see that first.
Boom.
They'll see that they initiate the fight.
That's just what goes on.
That's a internal decapitation. Slam against it and hit it again. Yeah.
In secondary, but it goes right along with it. Don't stand and trade punches. Step forward, be on the offense. Move with him, be a shadow, trap him.
JKD people move forward, not backwards.
And I am so glad Bill posted that. Note
Oh yeah.
that where it says that.
Never. Yeah.
And now I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Right there. Black and white.
You said.
Are you sure you want to say that?
I'm going for my 6.
After you're 6.
After
After you're 6, then you can mouth off. Yeah. What are you gonna do? Fire me? Yeah.
I made it this far.
They'll
Say I
say,
didn't
they'll
pass.
say,
Say I
well,
didn't
that'll
pass
just
when I
save me
did.
money here in a year.
Say I didn't pass when I did.
But aggression, the speed and the power will come, but you do have to practice. You have to coordinate. You've got to be very, very comfortable. So get something to hit. You don't have anything to hit at home? Get something to hit. You got a bottle?
Sometimes I'm walking
I
around.
thought you were saying, can I have this?
Sometimes what I'll do is I'll walk around and just tap my walls just straight with my fingers. I do that at work, like if I'm, walk my stairwell, like that.
Have you seen the show Reach on Amazon Prime?
Huh?
Well, have you guys heard of Jack Reach?
Jack Reacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen a few of the fight scenes on the show Reach, or like a few episodes or something like. And I seen this one scene like whenever like this wrestler who pointed out that he was a boxer, he's like, the thing about boxing, too many rules. And I noticed all the fight scenes like that Reacher did, like it was like pretty brutal, like kind of like the no holds bar thing that we kind of learned here. And the thing is, also I was trying to look at it from my viewpoint as a martial arts student. I was like, what kind of style is this? I was like, I can't recognize this style.
It's usually really aggressive. It's usually for that kind of thing. It's usually a really aggressive form of military combatives as well.
And I couldn't recognize it, which is pretty good because he performs.
Yep. One of the things that I had to develop, that I felt I had to develop, was the attitude of I am not going to be beat. No matter how many times I get hit, I am not going to be beat. I've been hit a lot in fights, and I don't get beat. So, if that's my ego, so be it. It's saved my life a few times. So. And I never look at an opponent and go, holy fuck. I look at an opponent and go, he's big. It's going to hurt.
Yep. And he's big. Attack his knees.
Yep.
Yeah. Attack his knees and his feet.
Punch him in the head, it's going to hurt your hand, but you know.
Or just deliver a headbutt to his nose. Well, if you get it.
It's only headbutt if you've got nothing else to do.
Headbutts are nothing to plan on. It's a good way to knock yourself off.
Because they hurt you almost as much.
I'd rather not use a headbutt if I really had to.
Right.
The only time is if he's got you in a hug and your arms are back here and you got nothing and you're kind of lifted up. That's about it.
Rephrase. Headbutt to the nose.
Even then.
If you're close enough to headbutt him, you're close enough to bite his nose off.
I don't like
The
the taste of nose.
danger is that you could knock yourself out on accident because even if you get a good hit you're gonna go, oh damn.
Right.
Yeah, that's gonna go.
The only point of your skull that's worthy of hitting anything is this knot, this bump right here.
Where you would enter.
3 sutures comes together. It's where your frontal bone comes together with your left and right. Right there. There's a knot. It's the best place, it's the only good place to do a headbutt.
The only bad part about a headbutt is sometimes people can see it coming. And so
Uh-huh.
they'll lower their head out of instinct. Now you'll hit those 2 points together,
Oh,
bink, and then
And then you're both in front.
right now you're both the
Both are
Yeah.
out of it.
yeah. We don't want them. We don't want to do that. Yeah. That's the thing. Is like also if you there's not very many scenarios where you would end up that close to somebody,
Yeah. Somebody's bareheaded you, that's about it.
and even then that's a very particular type.
Right.
It's a bear hug where I can't use my knees or my feet,
No,
which
but
means
yeah.
that I must be off the ground.
Right.
In which case, I would probably bite him anyway. Just
Yeah.
because even then, you don't have to. I'm saying for that, if you bite somebody, it's like you don't need to do it so vigorously you might lose teeth.
Right.
Because just beginning to do that, they're gonna put you down
Well,
because they want you off their
in
face.
blood sport, you had the giant sumo picked him up, and he goes boom, boom, and that didn't work, so he just finally goes boom, and you let him down.
Yeah, I remember that.
I just remember the part where he just like did the splits and like went with the punch.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't do the splits, but the cross shot, yeah.
Ah,
I'm not flexible.
Would have only been better if he went.
Can't show that. Can't show that.
It'd be better if he just neutered them right now.
Hot arena.
I have
That old man, his nuts must have been hanging down, half to his knees.
I have only
Ring his
seen
bell.
an actual one of those in a movie one time, and that was Mississippi Burning. The
oh, yeah, where he kind of sitting in the chair.
some jerk decided to sit up to the cop like
Michael Rutherford's character.
like this, and so he went and got him right there and said, "Now we're gonna have a conversation about this."
Guess what we're
And it's like, yeah, don't sit in front of him like that. I think they're just kind of thinking, well, he's not gonna do anything. Yeah.
Gotta remember, this cop's been around, dude.
But I'm just saying, like, that's the
Yeah.
only time I've actually seen that in a movie. Usually they just hit things.
Right.
They don't want to give you that visual image. We can't talk. We can see all the naked women we want, but no.
There's
no,
some of those
I'll
Chinese.
say when I saw shit.
There's some of those old Chinese the Kung Fu theater movies where they've done that.
Yeah.
And not you don't see the guy's balls, but they'll grab and then you see pop pop, yeah, blood on their hands.
That's messed up. That would not happen.
Oh,
That's pretty funny.
That's not how that would happen. That's like the Mortal Kombat finisher where she punches through guts and it zooms in
Right.
on you.
Right.
And then they get up and fight some more. It's like, no, you're done. Time to go mourn your lack of procreativity.
Yeah, ruptured gonads put you down pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, my uncle did
Right,
play
well, that
Mortal
one.
Kombat on his phone one time when I was little. He showed me he showed me the shot. I'm pretty sure he was describing Mortal Kombat. He called it the Nutcracker.
Yeah.
Chun-Li's character.
Chun-Li isn't in Mortal Kombat.
Oh, I thought she was.
She's
Oh,
in
she's
Street
in
Fighter.
Street Fighter. Okay.
one thing I would
I
like.
want to see that movie. The
Mortal Kombat?
movie. Nope. Well, yeah, that
Mortal
and
Kombat,
Street Fighter.
Street Fighter from the 80s.
The anime movie.
Oh, they made a live action. Had
It was not very good.
Raul Julia in it. The guy that played Gunner.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah.
It's not very good.
No, not
I'm pretty sure he was in it.
They made a Street Fighter movie that came out in like 2004.
Really?
Yeah, and that was not very good. The only person I recognized was Lana Lang from Smallville who was in it. But but the Mortal Kombat was actually good. Like the new one, it was basically what you expect a good Mortal Kombat movie to be. It was that. You know, it's not going to win an Oscar, but it is exactly what it promises. It's people wearing awesome costumes, killing each other in strange ways. That's
When was the last time an action movie actually won an Oscar over the drama movies?
nothing.
Both.
Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's not an action.
Well, how many people died in that?
And how many people?
Titanic wasn't an action movie either.
Well, they are
3,000
hacking
people
things
died
up
there.
with swords.
Well, in Titanic there was cheating.
Yes, he did. Yes, Van Damme did play in that. Street Fighter movie. I guess I remember that.
I was thinking about just watching the anime movie because I heard bad things about that. Is it pronounced Ryu or Ryu?
You.
Like from Street Fighter?
Well, it'd be the same way that you pronounce.
R-A-U-L.
Roll.
No, you're saying like the character.
Raul.
R-Y-U.
R-Y-U. Like, well, it's the same.
Rue.
Rue.
That's why I thought
short.
Rue.
Yeah, I thought that too because like I heard them pronounce it like Ryu. I was like,
No.
Well, that doesn't sound Japanese at all.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's Japanese. Rue.
Don't ruin the day.
Basically, but with more of a German U.
Colonel Dial. Okay. That was Ben.
I like how even in the Mortal Kombat movie they snuck in all of the finishing statements.
I didn't realize Kylie Minogue was in it. She was really in there. Great singer.
Like, one person did a crazy finisher and killed somebody, and then he kneeled down and said fatality. Like, and it wasn't corny. It worked.
All right, finish up. Just got a few more minutes.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, I'd say fatality. She's in half. Yeah. Vertically.
Walk away.
Vertically. Yeah.
Okay, no leg sweeps. We were doing
Yeah,
those
just
earlier on.
those.
Okay.
Is this two of them still?
Yeah, just two.
Okay.
Actually, we were not doing the leg sweeps.
Oh,
We were doing the knee checks.
well, okay, I know what
There are
okay.
two.
There's two of them. You can go over those.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are they the same ones as last time?
Yes. To the front and the back.
Sweep behind the sentence, lead leg,
Yeah.
right hand, left legs. Yep. Okay. Not quite.
Not close enough.
Yeah, you were a little far away.
Okay.
There you go. So you got real close to him. That's how that's going to work. You don't want to be too far away from him because you're not going to get him on his feet.
I get the feeling you play this to just for me.
Yeah. Absolutely.
He let Bruce Wayne. Was it?
Okay, now the other one.
Yep.
Now
He
do
let
do
her
the better.
in.
There you go. All right.
That was them too. It's a muscle test. This is the part where you burning foot him in the spine.
Yeah, part of this scene is exactly why I don't want big chest hair like that because if someone falls, I rip it off.
Moves where I got the idea to pull on people.
I think it's so funny. It's like there's no like. It's funny how they put that stuff in because it's like, why are you clicking like that? Nobody's clicking like that while you're switching. Like they're showing shoulders.
Right.
It's like if Bruce Lee actually heard that, he'd go, "Oh God, what the hell is that?"
Hello, doctor. What's going on?
Yeah, it's like why does my shoulders go? But like you'll see fight scenes where they do joint locks and they make all these cracking noises. It's like
Oh man. Oh, that's not real.
That's a cat stretch for you right there, buddy.
it's they call that what is that, floating scapula syndrome.
You're pretty experienced with the elbow strikes.
Yeah, we did them last time.
Oh, you did.
Watching some history.
It's only fair that these guys choreographed this.
Yeah, the big hairy barbarian against the little tiny hairless Chinese guy. It was the best fight scene ever filmed, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, what?
It was a good one.
It was, yeah.
Cat's like,
Chuck Norris is already sweaty.
So Bruce.
Well, yeah, like,
No, Bruce has got oil.
well, they're in Rome. It's probably hot.
Not for this.
No, that was a a stage.
Like they were doing guerrilla filmmaking just kind of on the fly, but you don't have enough time to set up and actually do this.
The backgrounds are painted.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, I thought that, like, you know, I was thinking of
character-wise, right. There wasn't enough budget in this movie for fake sweat. Yeah. The whole zoom in and out thing was very in vogue at the time. Now they hardly ever do it.
Especially they have as a kid.
Big one, 72.
Yeah, that's why I'm probably going to shave my chest for now.
Okay.
Yeah, those John Wayne punches and big old kicks, it knocked your head off.
John Wayne?
Yeah.
John Wayne.
John
Not
John
John,
Wayne.
not John Wayne. That's Jackie Chan. John Wayne.
Sean Wayne.
Now when I think of Chester, I just think of Austin Powers.
Didn't you see that?
What?
Shanghai Lim? John Wayne. John Wayne. That's a terrible cowboy name.
Yeah. For some reason, my uncle showed that to me, and he required that we skip the scene where the horse drinks the whiskey. And I was like, "Is something really dirty happening here or something?" But no, it's just the horse drinking whiskey. Maybe he thought we'd become like a saw.
My mom did the same thing to me whenever I was watching the movie Ditch, where he was having a meeting with that he just wanted to take the girl.
Yeah. Yep, my parents fast forwarded through that too.
That was what we did.
So you can see those big old kicks a mile off.
Yep, and as long as you know what they are, then yeah.
Watch Lee's approach. Very straight. Right into it.
And he looked at his legs.
Don't look at me. Yeah.
What? They couldn't see that properly on the film. They had to slow it down. And that's where I learned how to do that. It works.
I think I saw shots.
Forward blast with a kick.
I don't really believe in the bouncing part.
Well, all it's a symbol of is that it's Chuck Norris's character acknowledging that how Bruce is doing it is better and is trying to imitate him. But it's not a good idea. It's a bad idea to do that.
Yeah, that part I knew, but in actual sparring, I didn't actually believe in like bouncing because I think that takes energy.
It does.
But it does keep you light.
Now you can see the outside scene there. You see it kind of shaking.
Yeah.
So this band did it. Because that obviously wasn't there.
Yeah, when people complain about the graphics back then, I was like, dude, they don't have the time. They didn't have the
Well, they didn't have green screen and all that shit.
They didn't have green screen.
The reason it looks odd is because there's no parallax. It's all
And
just
on break.
Oh!
Owie.
You know that from Chunky. You know that from our number 12.
Oh, yeah.
Rather than this, it's that.
Oh, yeah.
It's just that the reason that we do this one is do that one versus this one is because this one is it requires perfect timing to do anything. Because if you don't get it right, nothing happens. Whereas the pocket and back fist is always going to get something.
I think it's good. I think Bruce would have done that. Okay, I don't want to ruin your night by showing Chuckles die.
I've seen this
Yes.
scene several times. Even though I knew he died,
In
I knew it was a
a
good
side
scene.
joke. Side getting done, put in a side joke.
You know, my thoughts on this actually, I guess
Is it
it's
guillotine?
contextual.
He was guillotine.
Side joke.
That's what guillotine is.
Yeah, that's what we call a side joke.
I would actually call a stomach choke a guillotine.
Dead Chuckles.
He played the bad guy, of course he did.
Everybody at home's looking at you guys going, what the hell are they looking at?
Yeah. Yeah, because we're all looking at them.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
All right, ready?
Yep.
Jeet Kune Do is a non-classical, non-traditional Chinese American martial art developed by Bruce Lee and Jim Lee for actual combat in the street, and described by Bruce Lee as scientific street fighting. Derived from Wing Chun Kung Fu, Western boxing and fencing, using the principles of realism, simplicity, and individuality, no sport, competition, or aesthetics. Using no way as a way, having no limitation as limitation. He just started walking away.
I made up for it. I did. How do I do it?
All right. Good job, guys.